say, okay, I've got this race on that day. I've got this competition on this day. I've got this wedding to attend on this day. There's all these different things that you could do to motivate yourself, but do that for a little bit of accountability and also so that you're motivated to walk towards a date. So think about the workout planning that you're going to put together. How much time can you allow? So even if you say to yourself, okay, I can do this 5 days a week, but you know deep down you cannot allow 2 hours each day for 5 days, then you need to do your hour or your 45 minutes. It's best that you do a little bit every day than nothing over that time where you think, okay, I haven't got 2 hours, I want to do a 2-hour workout, I haven't got that time. It's much better to go back to the limited time that you've got and try and use that really wisely. Now, one thing I want you to think about is your gym time and your outdoor time and your home time while exercising. Where are you going to choose to do your workouts at? So when you think about a gym environment, the best advice that I can give in joining a gym is that you need to go check out different gyms and see what suits you. Now, I've gone to the same gym in my area for the last 6 years, and it's because I love it. I love the classes, I like the staff, I love the space in the gym, I like the size of the gym, I love the cleanliness of the gym. It's extremely clean, the gym I go to. It's very well equipped, all the amenities are always available, and I never ever have to wait for anything. There's been other gyms that have opened in my area in the meantime, and I haven't joined them. I may have gone to have a look round just so I can see what's going on in different gyms, but I've never considered leaving the gym I'm at because I'm extremely happy there and like what I'm doing there. So think about, and it took me some time. The gym that I go to, you can use your card at their other facilities around Canada. So when I'm traveling, I can actually use my gym card somewhere else. Now, that was a big deal for me, that I could have the same facilities somewhere else. Now, you pay a little bit extra for that each month, but it's been really worth it to me when I move on to different towns when I'm just traveling. So think about what you're looking for in your gym environment and definitely look at what you're not looking for. Now, a lot of gyms have day passes that you can have or week passes. Try those. They're free. Try them. And you will know when you're in that environment, do I want to be here every day? So do take advantage of all of the environments that you're able to go into, whether it's the classes, whether it's the change facilities, the saunas, all the free things that you're able to put, some time into. Try them, because that's where you're going to be going every day. If you walk into a gym, like I went to join a gym a few years ago, and I didn't like it from the front desk. Just my instinct thought, no, I don't want to come here every day. So I ended up not even having a tour. So really listen to your instinct and where you want to go every day. Also, have a look at, you may want to be going to yoga studios. You might want to go to boot camps. Try every single thing. If you're new to exercise, try everything. Instead of saying, well, I don't really know what I don't like exercising, I hate gyms, have a look at everything. Try everything. And then have an opinion at the end to say, okay, I didn't like that. I think I want to step out of that. So step out of it if you've tried it. Now, there's so much stuff to do. So if you're already an intermediate or an advanced exerciser, again, there's so much more to try on top of that. So even if you've been exercising for a regular amount of time, and it could be years, it's still okay to go try something new because you may have not tried everything. So have a look at what's going to suit you for the time that you've got, for the achievements that you want to, your goal achievements. What are you trying to do? So think about everything related exercise-wise. It has to have the end game. You also have to like what you're doing. No one wants to pull themselves through something they hate. And although you might say, I hate my boot camp. Yes, you may hate your boot camp, but really you love it because you turn up at 7 o'clock every day to do it and you get fabulous results from it. So though you hate it, it's because it's so hard, but yeah, it's good for you. So though you say, I hate it, I don't want to do that anymore, it's still something that you could learn to love once you saw even more results. So think about that. Also think, when I talk about gym time, honestly, you can actually have home equipment. Think about your home equipment that you have as well. So if you don't really want to go into the gym and you're too shy, or it's just your time limitations where you want to, be inside, then maybe think about having a gym at home. Also, if you want to be outside, think about the outside activities that you can do. You can join running clubs. You can go and join yoga outside. You can go and do so many things outside. Throughout the year, there's no excuse why you don't have to be able to keep up with your exercise plan. A lot of people I know use the outside activities because I live somewhere very recreational where you can be outside running and cycling for many months of the year. So think about, I don't want to go in the gym and it's so hot outside. And well, think about your 6 months outside and your 6 months inside. So think about what you're able to do at that time, and prioritize that. Join that running club, get into that biking club, do everything that you need to do so that you're doing your outside activities, then you're going into your gym time in maybe the cooler months of the year. Keep those winter workouts up, because when the good weather comes back again, you want to make sure that you can go straight back outside and your fitness level is exactly where you left it when you went inside a few months before. So think about being motivated in that way throughout the year, and then it gives you the variety of what you're looking for throughout that year. So think about that. I also want you to think about a self-care level that you want to be at. So I'm talking a lot today about workouts and looking after yourself and living a longer life. I really want you to look at the self-care aspect of your life and how much time you're actually giving to yourself. So think about, oh, she's so full of herself. So we've heard that phrase so much. Oh, he's so full of himself. And I'd really like you to look at that phrase in a different way, in a really motivating, positive manner. Because I believe that if you're not full of yourself, how can you give to others? If you're not full to the brim of energy and enthusiasm and love, how can you give that back out to other people? So think about that phrase, oh, she's so full of herself. I hope that you can become full of yourself, because when you're drained and you're tired and you're not feeling confident and you're not getting, the things fit in to make you feel good mentally and physically, then what you're giving out to others is not 100%. So think about your self-care plan. What are you going to put into your self-care plan this year? Think about what you'd like to do in whatever time you've got. It could be 10 minutes each day, or at the moment you could be so busy, it could be 10 minutes each week. So think about what's important to you. Now, on a self-care importance level for me is that I do like to meet my friends for tea. So since I don't drink alcohol, I gave up alcohol when I was 18. So just as I was like just a young woman there, I gave up alcohol because I didn't want it to be part of my life. It was a decision I made early on and I've been able to keep to. And I have to say, I'm really pleased that I did, because it's really allowed me to have a lot of clarity in my life, and it's also allowed me to be fitter. And lots of my days start early and finish late. So alcohol not being a part of that time has been great for me, because it means I've become a bit more of a tea addict instead. So on the self-care side of things, for me, it's really important that I get my time in with my friends to drink tea and just kind of chat and do that. Also, I love to go to the hair salon. I like to get my nails done. I like to get a pedicure. So for me, the self-care is that physical side of things that I like to do, and that mental side to see my friends, because my exercise is already in as a normal thing each day, and it has been for 25 years. So it's become a normal way of life for me. So although it's self-care, it's become normal self-care. So think about how you'd like that to come on for you during this next year. Just little things that you think, I'd really like to do that. I'd like to join that artist studio. I'd like to try that new coffee shop. Or even if you have to even give yourself some time on Netflix, maybe there's shows that have showed up and you've heard about them, you haven't had time to do them, but you're so curious because you want to watch them. Why not give yourself that time? Because if that's what you're giving yourself, is that self-care, half an hour at the end of the day, then give yourself that, because again, we need to be full of ourselves. Now, another thing that I want you to think about as well is how you are in your community. Think about your community volunteering. So I know a lot of the time we think, oh, why would we volunteer and do something that doesn't pay us money? But I am a big volunteer within my community, and the things that I get back from that are so big, in the satisfaction of helping others and things that I've achieved with that, and different things that I've created that have made other people happy at that same time. So think about, what would you really like to help with in different areas of your community? Where is the help needed? Where can you give that time? How would you feel giving that time, knowing that it was helping other people? So that's what I want to think about self-care, as well as being physical and mental. Think about how you are affecting the people around you as well. So think about being, a good community citizen as well. So I want you to really think this year about what volunteering can you give. There's so many areas of your local community that need extra help, that need something. And I know people say, well, I haven't got time for that charity work. Find that time. Just find a little bit of time, because you will not believe how much it can help the big picture of things. So I wanted to put that in. When I think about self-care, I think about coming away from something that you've done and you've helped someone and you've gone, okay, that has been perfect for me to do that. So think about that. Think about who's supporting your cause. Now, if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram each day, you're going to know that I talk about I do my 2-minute videos where I talk about some intense things that I want you to think about in the 2 minutes. And one thing I often talk about is your top 5. Your top 5 people in your life and how they support, and they will definitely help the outcome of how your life's going to be. So who's supporting your cause? Look around and think, okay, who's helping me get there? I've got these amazing goals. Who have I got in my corner? Now, for me, I have big goals. Although I help people set goals, for me, I have big goals in my life, and I've been able to achieve many of those throughout my life. But it's only from having a good support system around you, with people that believe in what you're doing, ask questions about what you're doing, and believe and push you. But when you have people behind you that are sabotaging you and not supporting you, they make you doubt where you're going to go with that goal of yours and what you're going to do. So really reevaluate and think, okay, well, I really want to do this, but this person close to me doesn't really agree with that. So I'm not saying you need to be confrontational to your spouse or your family or your close friends, but realize that you've got big goals. And sometimes all it takes is just a shuffle of numbers to get around people that are going to support your cause. Maybe shuffle up that little top 5 a little. I know for me, when I've tried to achieve big things or even little things, to have my top 5 around me in those different areas of my life, I've had more success with a great support system around me than I have when I haven't. Because then you start to doubt what you're doing. But don't doubt what you're doing. If you know you're on the right track of something, think about that. So if you have to have a little bit of a clear out this year on who's your support system, then you have to, because it's going to help you achieve your goals. Think about when you're moving forward with your goals, who's in my corner. And seriously, you do need to have the right people in your corner so that you can get everywhere that you need to get. So think about that. Think about all of these amazing things that you want to do. How are you going to put them together? Also, think about nutrition. Now, I talk about the 100-year plan. I always talk about the fact that I want to be alive till I'm 100 years old. And one of the reasons is I have a great desire to meet my great-grandchildren. I want to be that grandma that people go, oh, come on, let's go and talk to Nana Sarah, see what she has to say about that. So that's part of the reason. Another reason is I believe that I've seen so many amazing things in the last 44 years. I really want to move forward and see even more things. Like just the fact that we've got all of these Apple products that we use constantly, and we have all these wonderful things. And who'd have known that we could have had so much music available to us, and we could be on FaceTime, we could do all of these amazing things. Imagine what we're going to see in the next 50 years. So for me, my curiosity of seeing where the world is going to go is also really, really important to me. So all of my decisions that I make from a health point of view and a risk point of view, I try and make the best decisions. So you're never going to see on my bucket list that I'm going to jump out of a plane and skydive. You're never going to see me ride my bike up a really tall cliff. So anything that I think would take me out early, you don't see me do. Doesn't mean I won't take other risks in life, I will. But anything from a health perspective, I'm like, nope, that's not going to be me. I'm on the 100-year plan. So think about that 100-year plan. What do you want to do from now till then? And a lot of people have said to me, you know what, Sarah, I don't want to live that long. Like, it's going to be miserable when I'm old. And I'm saying, yeah, but imagine if you looked after yourself and you made these great health decisions and you exercised and you kept your brain active and you saw people and stayed positive. Doesn't your life look different now? And they've said, oh, well, I didn't think of it like that. I thought I'd just be sat in the chair. Well, you don't have to be sat in the chair. Even when you scan things on Facebook and all over social media and you see older people that are doing bodybuilding competitions, running. Like I saw something recently where a 97-year-old was running in this championships and he was just scooting it down that track. So, think about everything that you want to achieve later on. It's all geared to what you're doing now. So whatever age you are now, believe that you've just got one body and one life and think that, okay, what am I going to do with it? So that's what I think when I talk about the 100-year plan and health and nutrition. You definitely are what you eat. It's really, really important to look closely at nutrition and understand that, if you're struggling with some sort of different eating things, you can get help and you can get past those and you can go onto the other side of feeling better, feeling more confident, losing weight, maintaining your weight, or even if you're someone that's lean and you want to gain weight, you can do that in such a healthy way as well. You don't have to do it through junk food. You can do it through a healthy manner as well. So think about how nutrition plays a really, really big part in that. So if you're looking at doing that more this year, then do find out. do look into what you can do to look after your body more from a nutritional standpoint as well. That's so important. Because at the end of the day,